Imagine a city known for its scenic canals and tulip fields now drowning in crime and drugs. This isn't a dystopian fantasy but the harsh reality of Amsterdam, once the dream destination for travelers worldwide. In the past years, this picturesque city has seen a staggering increase in criminal activity. With a particular upsurge in drug trafficking, our beloved Amsterdam, the city of Van Gogh and Anne Frank, has become a breeding ground for illicit narcotics, a playground for drug lords. The city's transformation from a peaceful haven into a drug capital has been alarming. It's not a sudden change but a gradual shift brought on by years of negligence and mismanagement by the city council. The city officials turned a blind eye, allowing this criminal underworld to take root and flourish. The city of tulips has now become a city of narcotics, and the reason behind this transformation is truly shocking. The transformation didn't happen overnight, it was a slow, sinister process. Amsterdam, once a city renowned for its rich culture, artistic heritage, and serene canals, began a steady descent into the shadowy world of illicit drugs. The initial stages of drug trafficking were subtle, almost unnoticeable. Shipments disguised as everyday goods slipped through the hands of customs officials, quietly infiltrating the city's underbelly. The city council, tasked with the responsibility of safeguarding Amsterdam's integrity, was unfortunately negligent. They failed to recognize the growing threat, dismissing it as a minor issue. They turned their focus to other matters, leaving the city vulnerable to the insidious spread of drug trafficking. This negligence, whether born out of ignorance or complacency, allowed the problem to grow unchecked. As the drug trade flourished, it attracted the attention of organized crime groups. They saw in Amsterdam a city ripe for exploitation. The city's strategic location, lax enforcement, and a city council seemingly indifferent to the burgeoning drug trade made it an ideal hub for their illicit activities. They began to establish their operations, embedding themselves within Amsterdam's societal fabric. These organizations did not operate in isolation. They formed networks, alliances, and rivalries, further complicating the city's drug landscape. The streets of Amsterdam became a battleground for control of the lucrative drug market. The city was no longer just a victim of the drug trade, it was now a player, a pawn in a larger, more dangerous game. In the shadows, these criminal networks continued to grow, their influence seeping into every corner of the city. They corrupted officials, exploited the vulnerable, and spread fear among the populace. All the while, the city council remained seemingly oblivious, their negligence allowing Amsterdam to sink further into the quagmire of drug trafficking. The city of Amsterdam, once synonymous with artistic brilliance and architectural grandeur, was now becoming known for something far more sinister. As the city council turned a blind eye, Amsterdam was pulled deeper into the quagmire of drug trafficking. But what if the city council's negligence was not accidental? What if it was all part of a bigger plan? Let's peel back the layers of this grim tale, a tale that will take us down a rabbit hole of conspiracy and deceit. Imagine a city council brimming with left-wing ideologies, intentionally allowing Amsterdam to morph into the world's drug capital. Sounds outrageous, right? Yet some theorists suggest this might be the reality we're living in. The question that naturally springs to mind is, why would they do this? What could possibly be gained from transforming a city of canals and tulips into a den of drug trafficking and violence? One theory suggests the answer lies in the murky waters of political gain. By allowing the drug trade to flourish, the council can paint an image of a city in crisis, a city in desperate need of a strong left-wing government to restore order and peace. It's a classic tale of creating a problem, only to swoop in with the solution. But let's dig a bit deeper. Could corruption be a driving force behind the scenes? Could members of the council be lining their pockets with the profits of the drug trade? While there's no concrete evidence to support this, it's a theory that's been whispered in hushed tones throughout the city's cobblestone streets. Then, there's the potential involvement of other parties. Could international drug cartels be in cahoots with the council, turning a blind eye to their activities in exchange for a free pass in Amsterdam? Or maybe other political entities are involved, using Amsterdam as a pawn in a much larger geopolitical game. These are all theories, of course, but they paint a picture of a city not just neglected, but exploited and manipulated for the benefit of a select few. A city whose citizens are paying the price for the clandestine actions of those in power. This isn't just a story of negligence, but a tale of conspiracy and deceit that has left a city in ruins. As we delve deeper into the plight of Amsterdam, bear in mind that sometimes things are not always as they seem. Today, Amsterdam stands as a grim testament to the devastating effects of unchecked drug trafficking. This city, once a vibrant hub of culture, art, and history, has been reduced to a shadow of its former glory. Amsterdam's streets, once filled with the laughter of tourists and the chimes of bicycles, now echo with the whispers of illicit deals and the clamor of violence. The crime rates have shot up dramatically, painting a chilling picture of a city held hostage by its own problems. The impact on the citizens of this city is profound. Fear has become a constant companion, replacing the once pervasive sense of safety and security. Families live in trepidation, their lives overshadowed by the looming threat of violence and crime. The glittering canals and charming houses now seem like hollow facades hiding a grim reality. This is not just a tale of a city besieged by drugs, but also a story of political negligence. The left-wing city council, entrusted with the welfare of Amsterdam, has instead led it down a path of ruin. Their tacit acceptance of the drug trade, their inability or perhaps unwillingness to curb the rising tide of crime, has resulted in the city's current predicament. Amsterdam, the city once renowned for its beauty, is now a horrifying symbol of unchecked criminality and political corruption. The story of Amsterdam serves as a stark reminder of the dire consequences of political negligence and corruption. In the blink of an eye, a city once brimming with life and culture became a hub of crime and drug trade. It's not just about Amsterdam, but a global call to action. Responsible governance is essential for maintaining the safety and integrity of any city. As the saga of Amsterdam continues to unfold, it stands as a stark warning to the world. Neglect leads to destruction, and silence can be the most lethal weapon of all.